How many times have you wondered what a guy is thinking when it comes to dating or being in a relationship? Women often think guys aren't that sensitive, but some are. Men may abandon relationships and intimacy because they fear that they will lose their sense of independence. Dudes don't know sometimes that the true emotional closeness is about balancing the sense of yourself while still being connected with another. Men often confuse sex with fulfillment and fulfillment with intimacy. What do I mean? Men can assume the closeness they feel during sex and the increase in their well-being derived from increased testosterone means you feel good too. With maturity, though, a man will learn to empathically connect and find fulfillment in a shared experience with you. Intimacy is more than sex. Intimacy is a shared transparency that can occur and is necessary in a variety of important trust-building ways in healthy relationships. While sex, biologically speaking, only requires the will to copulate, sex does not require intimacy to function, even though sex is a potent way to emotionally and physically bond. This leaves some men confused. Many men confuse intimacy with the hyper-affectionate honeymoon stage of a sexual relationship, but this hormonally driven heightened sense of being in love that corresponds with high sexual desire only lasts for the first 6 to 36 months of a relationship. And when it ends, the relationship may seem to lose intensity. And for men and women, they can begin to question the value in moving forward. When sex begins to settle into its less prominent proper place within a healthy relationship, sex functions as a way to communicate you are special, I value you, and desire a committed bond with you. As men are figuring out what the slowing of sexual activity means, an insecurity can arise in their value as a man outside the bedroom. This is when the very scary business of vulnerability, what actual intimacy is, begins to emerge as competing expectations that lead to conflict. Conflict signals the beginning of a new phase of the relationship. This is when both partners need to invest effort into maintaining the emotional closeness that seemed to come so effortlessly early on. Otherwise, when the conflict that naturally occurs, when sexually charged lovers navigate toward functional autonomy in relation to one another happens, fear of vulnerability can lead to self-protection rather than opening up to discover who we are as a couple. The truth is, when conflict begins in a good relationship, this is a new beginning, rather than a sign the end is near. Conflicts challenge what we think to be true. They require emotional tolerance, awareness of ours and our partner's triggers, and conflicts help us learn how to remain connected and caring toward one another, even when we might disagree or are hurting. Remember, these are powerful skills, ones we might think we have, until our new partner requires us to develop our interpersonal and communication strategies in a way that supports their unique needs and temperament, while still honoring who we authentically are. Achieving and maintaining emotional closeness as a couple involves emotional risk. Just remember, overcoming the limits of our capacity to love without the crutch of sexual stimulation is the purpose of healthy conflict in good relationships. Once we can keep our hearts open during disagreement, share authentically who we are, While seeing and accepting our partners as they truly are, we achieve real safety because now we fully trust ourselves and our loved one. This is when the magic happens. Who we think we are, the persona we spent our whole lives protecting, begins to slip away. What follows is a transparency with our beloved that is itself a tender embrace we never wish to be without.